Let them win before we get to
Easter in the air. Easter, happy Easter to all of us, a sober reflection. And if Christ didn't die and resurrected on the third day, there wouldn't be Christianity. The public funds is what the president is using. Even the tea he drinks in Paris is my tax. The jet fuel that he's buying is my tax. And we commend the presidency for letting us know that the country's #1 citizen is transversing between Paris and London. And we know now that in the next 4 days or thereabout, additional budget will be added to the calculated amount for him to have traveled. How many billion was that earmarked for the president to travel in 2025 budget? And we are asking that presidents of other countries that we emulate, you hear Donald Trump is going to Ukraine in September or in July. The country already is aware that if from Ukraine is going to branch to a certain country, the country is already aware. The budget for that is already planned. If our #1 seat is not having his holiday or his visits well planned out, and we have incidental or accidental...
It's not holiday, it's a working visit.
Working visit.
They told us.
To France, right? The one to London, is it also a working visit? And so what do you expect of the adjutants, the people, the ministers that are working with him? We commend them. They say there's no vacuum in the presidency, and there's no... everything is working, and we commend them. But the president must know that such moves are not encouraging for younger persons looking up to him. We have asked the government of the day that they should not take action before thinking. Michi always underlined that phrase. Don't take action before thinking. You think before you take your action. So didn't the presidency know that he was going to go to London? It doesn't be contained in one statement. Be that as it may.
Does he not have the right to change his
He has the right. He has the right. But I'm saying that...
but you have the right to know what he's going to do there.
People must understand that the president of a country is the #1 teacher. The president of the country is the #1 doctor. If he's not a doctor, the president of the country is the #1 engineer. The president of a country is the #1 professor. The president of the country is the #1 pastor, the #1 imam. So he has so much that people should learn from him. So he should recognize that being the #1 is not a child's play.
Fail. You know, just like they described Jonathan as a weak president because he refused to use his powers to kill and destroy. That's why they call him weak.
Also perpetrate himself in office.
In perpetrating himself in office, he decided to be different. Not just said, oh, he's weak. In actual fact, he's a brave, courageous person.
Yeah.
It takes a courageous person to let go. It's the weak that will never want to give up. That's the problem. So we call on the federal government. It's never too late. The governors of these states have visited these places. They need to visit and empathize with the people.
You can imagine. So we asked, was there any handover note from the president? Or did the handover note go to the NSA?
There was no handover note.
There was no handover note. So what do you expect of the vice president? He's a handicap. Even the Senate president, what do you expect? He's handicapped. So the Senate president cannot jump.
Vice president, an event happened 2 days ago at the Asoro Presidential Villa, Abuja, the inauguration of the non-controversial
National Census Committee.
People are raising issues about the ethnic composition and all that, but it's beyond that. My concern is, I said on our program here 2 days ago, census is the biggest civic project you can take place in Nigeria. And in the absence of the president, I expected the vice president to inaugurate that team. The chief of staff that did is not known to the law. In the absence of the vice president, I expected the SGF to inaugurate.
So the committee is null and void as it stands.
Yes, so
it's null and void as it stands.
We are trying to guide the presidency. That's what we are to do. The constitution asks us to help the president constructively criticize.
Yes.
So when you go, make sure that your house is in order. Outline duties and responsibilities so that the right persons will do the right things.
Because if the chief of staff inaugurated that committee, it's not known by the law. But the presidency is busy defending the composition of the committee.
There's nothing in our laws known as the office of the chief of staff to the president.
Just like the office of the first lady.
Yes, it's not known to the law. So they should not be, those occupying those offices should not be seen to be or even performing official functions. Simple.
Nobody was trying to come in with the.
No, yes,
foreign
let's go
affairs
to
minister
Niger
here.
Republic.